Welcome back to Roots and Roasts, where every leaf gets a second chance. And if your plants have been sitting in silence while life got loud, you're not alone. Sometimes we step away. Life pulls us in a dozen directions, and the watering can stays on a shelf. But today's not about guilt. It's about the moment you choose to reconnect. We're here to reset together, one plant at a time. If your Monstera is throwing shade, your fiddle-leaf is flopped over, and your watering hasn't seen daylight in weeks, this is your invitation to not feel bad. Life happens. You moved. You traveled. You got overwhelmed. But your plants? They're still here, still waiting. And this, right now, is your soft, green reset. Let's get your plant care back with zero guilt and all the grace. Here's the good news. Plants are more forgiving than we give them credit for. The leaves may droop, the soil may dry, but deep in their roots, they're waiting for rhythm to return. And just like them, you can reset. Today isn't about starting from scratch, it's about restoring connection. I'll walk you through a gentle 3-step method that doesn't overwhelm and unfolds. Step 1, assessment. How to read the room and see what your plants actually need. Step 2, hydration. Not just watering, but reviving tired soil and thirsty roots the right way. Step 3, trimming and light reset. Clearing what no longer serves and helping your plants find the light again. You'll also get my favorite forgiving plant tip, the kind that says, "Hey, I'm still here. Let's begin again." So take a deep breath. Step 1 is simple. Observe before you act. When you've been away from your plants, the first thing they need isn't water, it's your attention. Move slowly through your space and notice what each plant is saying. Start with the soil. Press your finger 1 to 2 inches below the surface. If it's powder dry, you'll feel almost no resistance. That soil has lost its structure. If it's damp near the top but crusty deeper down, it's compacted, meaning water hasn't been reaching the roots. Now check the leaves. Crispy and thin? That's dehydration. Soft and drooping? That's stress from overwatering or low light. Yellowing lower leaves? That's nutrient redistribution, your plant's way of letting go. Next, the stems and petioles. Are they firm and upright or rubbery and limp? A healthy stem should have gentle tension, not collapse at a touch. Look closer for pests and buildup. Spider mites weave tiny webs along leaf joints. Mealybugs leave cotton-like patches near nodes. A dull, grayish coating on leaves often isn't disease. It's dust blocking photosynthesis. Finally, inspect the roots, only if necessary. Gently lift the plant from its nursery pot. If roots circle the base in tight loops, it's root-bound. That plant has outgrown its space and will need repotting soon. Once you've taken stock, separate your plants into 2 groups. The stable ones, still holding moisture and structure. The stressed ones, brittle, yellow, or root-bound. Step 2, hydration. Watering isn't just an act, it's a reintroduction. Especially after a break, your plants need to receive water in a way they can actually use. If the soil is dry to the core, don't just pour from the top. That can lead to runoff, where water slides down the sides of the pot and never reaches the roots. Bottom watering is your first recovery tool. Place your plant in a basin or shallow bowl. Fill the base with 2 to 3 inches of room temperature water. Let it soak for 20 to 30 minutes. You'll know it's working when the top of the soil darkens slightly and the pot feels noticeably heavier. This method restores hydration from the root zone up, where it matters most. For larger or root-bound plants, you may need a slow, stage-top watering. Water lightly in small intervals. When done right, hydration does 3 things. It restores turgor pressure, that gentle leaf firmness. It reactivates microbial life in the soil. It signals the plant that it's safe to start growing again. And remember, do not fertilize right now. You're reviving, not pushing new growth. Fertilizer on a dry or stressed plant is like caffeine on an empty stomach. It does more harm than good. And yes, the type of water matters. Use distilled, filtered, or let your tap water sit out overnight to reduce chlorine and chloramine. This is especially key for prayer plants, calatheas, spider plants, and any plant with delicate leaf tips. Hydration is a ritual, not a rush. When you water with intention, you're not just keeping a plant alive. You're saying, I see you. I'm back. Step 3. Trim, clean, reposition. Now that your plants are hydrated, it's time for subtle renewal. Begin with trimming. Remove any fully yellowed, brown, or damaged leaves. They won't recover, and they drain energy. Use sharp, sterile shears. A clean cut heals faster. Always cut near the base of a leaf or just above a node, depending on the plant. This isn't pruning for growth. It's pruning for clarity. You're helping the plant let go. Next, clean the leaves. Use a soft microfiber cloth or damp cotton pad. Gently wipe both sides of the leaf to remove dust, water spots, or pest residue. This restores the leaf's ability to photosynthesize, and it just looks better. You'll be amazed how many droopy, dull plants perk up, not from water, but from light access. Finally, reset the light. Rotate plants a quarter turn so they grow evenly. Move light-hungry species like Fiddle-Leaf Figs or rubber trees closer to bright, indirect light. Pull delicate plants like ferns and calatheas back from harsh sun. Think like a designer. Ask, where will this plant receive soft, consistent light and still feel part of the space? These tiny shifts are how plants and people find their balance again. I like to use this moment to reconnect. Cleaning leaves is a meditation. It's not just care, it's presence. A fresh wipe, a clean cut, a new angle on the shelf. Every little act says, we're starting again, together. If you've been feeling like a bad plant parent, I want you to meet your new best friend, the snake plant, or the ZZ, or an aglaonema. These are your forgiving plants, the ones that thrive even when life pulls you away. They don't demand daily care. They don't wilt at every missed watering. They bounce back. When you're rebuilding your confidence, start with the plant that gives you grace. Let your space hold beauty and forgiveness. This week, I'm back with you. And if you've been feeling behind, neglected, overwhelmed, I want you to know something. You can always start again. Your plants are still here. And so are we. Download the free Roots and Rose Care Reset Checklist at focus-newyork.com. It's the same one we use with clients, and it's yours now. Let's grow forward together. Neglect happens. Life gets loud, but healing is powerful, and plants remind us that growth always returns when care is consistent. Subscribe to Roots and Rose for weekly calm, proven plant recovery tools, and the confidence to start fresh, no matter how long it's been.